Good evening. I'm Andy Jardine, normally clerk of the course for the Snowman Rally, which isn't running this year because of lockdown. But what we have got for you tonight is an evening of snowman chat. I've got with me Keir and Paul Beaton, Donnie Macdonald, and Andrew Falconer, otherwise known as Snakey. It's fantastic to have this gang here because with us, we've got no less than 3 previous winners of the Snowman Rally and Keir.
Oh.
In fact, when I asked Paul's mum if he could come out and play tonight, she said, of course, but you've got to take Keir with you. Is that how it used to be, Paul?
Andy, why were you speaking to my mother?
But
again,
special because I don't know if you guys realise, but Saturday the 20th of February, 5 years ago, was the day that Donnie won the Snowman Rally.
And me.
And Snakey.
You wouldn't have done it without me.
Couldn't have done it without Mark getting a punch.
So anyway, let's talk about rallying and Snowman, because it all kind of started at the same time for you guys, although Donnie's a lot older than everybody.
Including you?
Well, no, for the next couple of weeks, I think we're the same age.
Have you got the same as me? You looked at yours.
That's the first edit.
But when did it all start then? About 2005, 6?
I think we're the class of 2005, I think.
Yeah, I think we all did it for the first time.
It was five for you as well, Paul, competitively, like.
I started rallying in 2004, stage rallying. But 2005 was the first snowman.
Alright, okay. What number were you? What car were you first snowman, Paul?
I can't mind. I was sitting with Tit Cherkert in a...
Keir? What were you, Keir?
I think I was 105. I think you were 101.
No, I was 100. It was easy to remember, that's well. Yeah. What were you, Snake?
68.
Anyway, Andy, carry on.
No, you boys just chat away, don't mind me.
But did you finish the first snowman, Donnie?
Aye, yeah. Highest placed first time entrant.
Did you finish the first snowman, Paul?
Nah, it was good in one stage though.
I didn't finish the first stage.
That's bizarre. How rules
you set up for yourself?
I finished. Just. Andrew, what happened?
Right, let's talk about 5 years ago then. So, 2016 Snowman Rally. You were 4th fastest in the first stage. You're looking up here, you're thinking, you not know all this. And then you dropped to 6th. And then you climbed to 2nd for 2 stages. And then you went into the last stage, which was Rogie. Well down on Mark McCulloch. And then Mark McCulloch had a puncture and you won the rally. So when did you find out that you'd won? Were you in front or behind Mark?
We were behind Mark. Well, this is going to sound a bit contrived and made up, but this is factual. At the end of the stage was Coogie and Dave Weston. Dave Weston was, quite rightly so, in the Mark McCulloch camp. You know, he was helping Ryan out at the time. And Coogie was obviously quite important as winning the rally with weather reports, which were useless. Nah, they were brilliant, actually. So he said to us, I think, and we drove off. You know, we didn't know what came behind us. So we got down to Fodderty, and it was still, I think. And it wasn't until we came over the Keswick Bridge, Andrew, was it really, that once we see Cali Park, our phones started texting quite bad, and Andrew had to take the wheel for a bit.
Yeah, a bit emotional.
No, because whoever were playing against Cali had just scored. I was delighted.
Cali got a
Take
win.
the wheel. Take the wheel like I did on stage 3. No one
No.
knows that.
Great result, and must be the highlight of your rallying, is it?
Listen, definitely. Listen, we every single one of us here loves the Snowman Rally for all different reasons. It's why we're into rallying, I would imagine. Well, apart from probably Colin McRae, but still, the Snowman's what we knew first and foremost from school, I would guess. Especially Paul and Keir and Andrew, their parents were heavily involved in things like that. So, you know, to win something like that, no matter how you win it, it's really special. Like really special. So.
How did you get into rallying then? What did you come to the Snowman before you were rallying yourself?
Yeah, I did. I had a teacher in school in Tain, right? And he always used to go on about it. In fact, he had something to do with running Colin Baxter at some point, David Bremner. And then I had another teacher, Mr. McLean, and he told us, like, I mean, I'm talking like, obviously these boys are a lot younger than me. I'm talking like early 80s, and they were saying that he was going to compete in the Snowman. It lasted 2 days or something, and all the car basically needed was some form of safety devices, which I don't even think included a roll cage, to be honest, from memory, or it was a bars or something like that.
I think it was a pair of sambas and a woolly t-shirt was really what they used to have back then.
So that's what really got me into it. But listen, as much I really hate to say this, right? Working next door for 5 years to Jimmy Christie and Raymond Monroe is really, and I bought the first car off Raymond, only because he wanted rid of it and no one else would buy it, and I was the mag who bought it. You know, that's just typical of Raymond. So, but anyway, you know, I bought the car to do one event. I didn't even go to the next event. I wasn't interested. The Snowman 2005, and then we were meant to go to the Borders, and I went, I'm not interested in going. I didn't really think that was that great.
Yeah.
You know?
You still had that was the Evo, was it?
That's the one that Tommy's got now, yeah.
Aye. So you still had that in 2006. You did the Snowman again. You were 31st.
Not in that car though.
No.
I changed the car. I changed that car quite quickly because I kept hearing boys talking about Proflex and anti-lag. Didn't know what it meant, but I found an Evo in hell with it, and I just went off one morning and bought it without even talking to anybody. Just went down the road myself and bought it.
What about, because the other winner here obviously is Paul. And what about your winning year then? What year was that?
We won it in 2014.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I think you won the third.
That was with
No, you never. Was that the last? No,
Ewan
13.
Thorburn in the Focus WRC.
We got the Focus in 2012, and we had a pretty trialsome year with it. And then our dad actually passed away in 2013, about a week before the Snowman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I kind of had the bit between my teeth to have a good run that year, and we were getting the grips of the car, so we thought we had a good chance, and we had a good goal. But obviously there was unfortunate events that year, so that kind of the event got cancelled, so that was the end of that. And then the next year, 2014, we'd won the BTRDA Championship 2013, but then we always wanted to win the Scottish Championship, so started with the Snowman 2014 and had a good run. I think it was another good battle with David again, and came out on top that day. So yeah,
because that's where the coincidences continue, because you and Ewan were also lying second going into Rogie, and David got a puncture and lost a couple of minutes, which gave you the win. I mean, the fastest stage times after that, but it's too much of a coincidence of that. And what I want to know is, was it the same person with a stinger both times?
was it the same person?
Well, we'll never know because he's not here anymore.
No, great stuff. And I mean, Paul, I mean, Donnie's won a couple of the rallies, but you've actually had 29 overall wins.
Yeah, I've had
quite something.
A decent time of it. Yeah, it's well.
Is a win any different now than what was the first win, or is that a bit?
I think the first couple of wins were good. Our first win was 2011, Colin McRae Stages, I think, and that was good because we've been kind of knocking on the door for a wee while, and then things came together on that event for us. So that was quite special. And then I've got the luxury of sitting with one of the fastest guys in the country, you know, in the UK really. He's a pretty talented boy. And then I've also had, I've been lucky enough to sit with a couple of good guys. I've won the Granite with young Dave Weston, who's some pilot, really, really good pilot. I won Mull with Paul McKinnon.
Here's a big question then. What's the better win, Snowman or Mull?
I wasn't sure if you'd like my answer, but since you organised both, then
Well, I like either answer.
No, I think Mull was an extra special win, I think, for me.
Yeah.
It's a place that we kind of grew up going over to and going to the event, and it's just one that you would never dream of winning, or you can only dream of winning,
From a sporting,
got the best seat in the house last.
Yeah.
From a sporting point of view, Paul, surely the Snowman would be the best one because you actually read some notes there.
What?
Surely the Snowman would be a better one from a sportsman's point of view because you actually had to do something.
Well.
No,
I'm not saying you weren't capable of doing them, but you're man.
Hey, Donnie, how did you get on the Mull with Paul that year?
Well, the year after we did really well, but the car just kept not having such a good run. The car was a bit temperamental back then.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't like going too far west.
Aye.
So, what about Snakey then? Snakey started navigating for Dave Retson and then got a lot of success with his son Finlay and a lot of wins in the junior classes and stuff like that. That must have been quite good seeing him coming up through, and he's going on to have success now as well.
Yeah, I've had a few wins in the junior and one win in the senior rally. But the junior rally is something different as well. It's sitting with a 14, 15, 16-year-old and just how talented they are. And I've sat with a few of them already that just blows me away how much natural talent they have. They're not driving cars every day, and they jump into a rally car and they're left foot braking, and they're listening to you, and it's such a good good grounding for them, and good step up. As you can see, Finlay, he's gone on to some big things and still going on.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. But it is amazing that, I mean, some of us weren't even driving until we were 17, so these guys are pretty good.
You notice that when you're out on the stage and they're going flat out and they're doing really well. And when you get back to the service area and they have trouble sort of reversing into the bay and stalling it because it just shows they're not used to driving.
Yeah. And Dave Retson went on. He got a bit another navigator and got a bit more success after you left him because your sister Michelle jumped in with him.
Yeah.
And they won the Peugeot Challenge or whatever it was called in those days.
Yeah, they did that the year after. The first, I sat with my dad on the first Snowman in 2005.
Yeah.
It's probably not in the results because we didn't. We did make it to the
flying
flying finish.
Ended up looking like a skip, was it?
No, that was a few years after. Yeah, he bought me and my sister a Nova, the rally in 2008, and took out the Snowman for a test drive and rolled it six times on the last stage.
What about you? I mean, we took the mickey out of you a bit at the start there, Keir, but you had some brilliant success in the event last year. That was quite a result you had.
It was good. Disappointed to obviously not get the top two-wheel drive because I feel I would have got it, but we just had a bit of bad luck. But
what happened in Bubblaney? Because you lost a bit of time in Bubblaney last year. What happened there?
Stage 2, I went off.
Quite
close to the start. I just got caught out and put the car up on its side. So luckily there was some spectators there that got us back on the wheels. And to be quite honest, I thought my luck with the Snowman is even with the Civic and poor Hawkeye. I seem to hit things, but when you're trying to push hard, the Snowman's always been pretty special for me. It's quite a hard event for me to do. obviously, as Paul said, we lost my dad just a week or so before the Snowman. So I feel I put a lot of pressure on myself for every Snowman that I've done to try and do well. Well, a couple of years ago, I was quite relaxed about it, and to be honest, I've never felt so comfortable in the car. And the difference that made was just unreal. Like just thinking about it, I could have pushed so much harder in bits, but I suppose the positive of that is I know that the next event, if I need to push harder, that it's probably going to be there.
It's there.
But, just the Escort, it's taken a wee bit to get used to because I'm used to front wheel drive, but bloody hell, that's good. It's so much fun. I wish that the Snowman went this year just to have that thing on the limit, because it is the hairs on the back of your neck do stand on end.
Yeah, because the nice thing about last year was because of your performance, it won you the Peter Beaton Trophy, which was named after your dad. And the reason you didn't get it on the night was because we couldn't find anybody to verify it.
I never got it on the night.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that
we couldn't get him to agree it.
I thought it was written off, to be fair, because
I was in the half in Ireland. So.
He was over in Ireland bubbling about himself.
Yeah.
Answer his phone. Until I got it presented, and it does mean a lot, because the trophy is the way me and Paul look at it. It's not the kind of class it as the best entertainer on, but it's not about that. Like my dad, when he used to watch the results, he was always keeping an eye on people that were maybe at the back of the field, or even like Donnie, boys that are going really hard, good times, just surprising people. That's what used to tick his boxes. Not someone that was sideways, it was someone that was on the limit. Yeah. So that's what we class the trophy as, is for people that are on the limit. If you look back of it, Ryan Weston, he's won it, McCulloch's won it, Katnick's won it. It's all boys that are really pushing hard. So to get the award is good, because you at least I know that way that I must have been on the same sort of limit. So. Yeah,
no, it was well deserved, and it was unanimous amongst everybody who was talking about it. So.
Yeah.
No, that is genuine, Keir. You did really deserve it last year. It's not just after the name, mate. You did.
It was really special, but as I say, last year things kind of fell into place, and I really just felt comfortable in the car. So peed off that we never got to do any more rallies, because I was looking forward to the next round, just to have a good go at that, because I've never had luck in it. I've never had a clean stage, so I was getting them on the Snowman all right to pull it off, but I was still, look at that.
That's good.
I was still getting good fun in it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But you were going well on Mull as well. You were somebody else that had success.
I had on just before the event, when we were sort of talking the crap, I said my aim on Mull was to get on the calendar. I kind of had a wee laugh at that, but then when I've actually gone back and looked at my times and seen where I was, and how cautious I was, and the fact that I damaged the car on Saturday and kind of crawled through the rest of the event, it is an aim for me, and I think I will achieve that if it's pissing rain. I've just jinxed it!
What's that?
I've done Mull 10 times and I've not finished it, so I'm not saying too much.
Is that your achievement as well, Donnie, to get on the calendar, Mull?
I was on the calendar the first year with Paul.
Yeah.
We were December.
10th or 11th. Yep.
12th, I think. December 12th.
Aye, just outside the top 10. Yeah.
12. First year, right? Yeah.
Aye, no, that's pretty good. For a first time, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we had a good run that year. It was good.
I think back then, to be honest, I probably listened more to the co-driver. No disrespect, Andrew or Keir. But listen, Mel's one of that places. Probably this is about the Snowman, but Mel's one of that places. The more you go, genuinely, it is an advantage to you. I don't care about anybody. I don't care. That's only my opinion. But the more you go, when you wreck it, you think, aye, that's flat. That unfortunately, you change cars as many times as I do.
Page 4 of the excuse book there, is it?
No, guys, no, but it is a big help, though. It is, definitely.
Right, here's a quiz question for you. Out of the 4 of you, Who's got the most rally starts according to EWRC?
Oh, could be Donnie
Got
or
to be,
Paul.
got to be Paul. Got to be Paul. 3 events a week at one time.
Not actually. Snaky.
Oh!
He's like an assassin there, and he's not saying fuck off.
I know.
Sitting there in his
I knew
pajama.
I know. Stand up, Andrew, stand up.
We clocked the wee tartan pajama bottoms, mate.
According to EWRC, and it's not 100% accurate, it doesn't have some of the older stuff, but Snaky's got 185 and Paul's got 172.
It missed my first snowman, so that says it all.
And you're not far behind, Donnie. You've got 155.
Aye, but only 3 finishes though.
Yeah.
Snowman 2016.
Yeah. And Keir's living as a driver and 79 as a co-driver. How about
79 as a co-driver.
that? Yeah. Not bad.
So 69 was your number.
What's that?
So 69 was your number.
I'm not saying anything.
Go on, Donnie. Right, Donnie, quick fire questions. Favourite car?
Rally car.
Yes.
Audi UR Quattro S1, whatever it's called. Proper thing.
Right.
Proper thing.
Favourite event?
Snowman.
Okay. Favourite co-driver?
Oh.
That's controversial.
Jamie
Steve
Edwards.
was here.
I thought you were going to say Rebecca.
Jamie Edwards, aye.
We haven't spoken about the international career either.
Sorry?
We haven't spoken about your international career.
I can't hear you, boys.
Your first international event,
Rally Scotland.
2009 Rally of
Oh,
Scotland.
Rally Scotland, aye, yeah, that's right.
How do you get on with that?
I think we finished, Paul, did we?
Mm-hmm. I mind listening to the live stream and they thought David Bogey was you.
No,
You're
that-
about
that was
12th, I
next-
think.
That was the next year when he was course car.
Well, do you remember, Paul, if we'd done ever so slightly better on the Friday night, we would have been reverse seeding, we'd have been car 1 on the road, Chris Meek would have been 2.
That's right.
Remember that?
Hey.
Aye. And let's face it, you're not very good when you're the first car on the road, are you?
Not on Rally of Scotland.
No. 2 years later.
That was Ian McKeever's fault.
Aye, blame the co-driver.
Quando